This week on the Jock and Nerd Podcast, we review the 80s comedy classic, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Plus, is Rush Hour 4 actually happening? Warner Brothers Discovery asks for second-round bids and gets a surprising offer from Netflix. Zootopia 2 just had the best opening weekend ever for an animated movie. And it's in large part thanks to China. The Odyssey trailer coming soon as Christopher Nolan reveals how much film he used to shoot the movie and more. All in this edition of the Jock and Nerd Weekly for Monday, December 1st, 2025.
This is Frank Grillo. You know me. But who are you? Are you the discerning, sophisticated type of person who enjoys all the latest comic book and superhero TV and movie news? Pop culture references, witty banter? Me neither. I'm just here for the dick jokes.
Check. Check one. All right. This is for all you fans out there. Let's give it up.
Jock it, we nerd it. We funny, disturb it. We jock it, we nerd it. We spoiler alert.
Oh yeah, what's up, listener? Thank you for pressing play and welcome to the Jock and Nerd Podcast, where we give you comic book and superhero TV and movie news, reviews, and whatever we choose. Jock and Nerd. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
And he's the nerd.
And joining us is a fella does more ball handling than LeBron.
You play with your balls a lot.
That's right. He sells toilet paper holders in the Midwest. It's balls a lot, rug boy. It's rug boy balls a lot.
Sir Balls a lot.
Sir balls a lot to you. He's knighted in certain territories.
Yes, in the great country of Great Britain.
Yes, you call him Sir Balls a lot.
Yeah, Sir Balls a lot.
Anthony, I updated that joke from the movie. You didn't appreciate it? You could still do that joke.
What was the joke in the movie?
He said you do more ball handling than Larry Bird. And I said you do more ball handling than LeBron. Which, I gotta say, look, as a guy, everybody's played with their balls. Consciously, it just happens. It's not, it's just a thing.
Well, I would have used that. He does more ball handling than Father Leone from
from your
local church.
Your local Catholic church.
My balls was hot.
Oh, that's too spicy.
Yeah, too spicy.
Anyways, I mean, we could talk about
St. Ignatius over there.
Anthony, do you agree?
Wow.
Sometimes dudes just end up playing with the balls. You gotta adjust. It doesn't matter. It's not a big deal.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, doesn't happen to you. Oh, well, I guess
I like that we talked about this before the show, and then I said something completely different than what I'm saying.
Yes, and now you're bailing on me, but I'm trying to get you fucking.
I think it's better when we just completely crash.
You son of a bitch!
Out.
You just said I play with my balls all the time. No. Anyways,
I stick it up my asshole.
Oh, that's what we were talking about. Anyways, all the ball talk out of the way. We will get to more balls when we talk about this wonderful Thanksgiving movie, fellas. But first, some geek news to get us warmed up.
The Jock and Nerd Podcast.
Let's start with this follow-up story from something I mentioned last week, which was the fact that Prez Donnie T apparently personally pressed the Ellisons and Paramount to revive the Rush Hour franchise. And if Donnie T wants it, he's going to get it because apparently it's happening now.
Oh, shit.
Paramount, deadline confirming Paramount will distribute Rush Hour 4 with Chris Tucker, Jackie Chan returning, and directed by Brett Ratner.
Holy shit.
On behalf of Warner Brothers. This whole thing is wild. Because let's not forget, Ellison and Paramount are currently bidding to buy Warner Brothers. And they will need to go through some regulations. Donnie T wanted Rush Hour. He's getting Rush Hour. Story gets even crazier. Apparently, multiple studios have passed on this project, including Warner Brothers' own New Line, which made the original trilogy.
Wait, is New Line still exist?
I think, does it? It might.
Okay.
I feel like they make some movies. Anyways, the original trilogy made them $850 million worldwide. Now, let's catch up with some of the talent here. Brett Ratner, of course, kind of persona non grata in Hollywood over 2017 sexual assault allegations, which he denied. But recently, he just directed a Melania Trump documentary for Amazon.
What?
Yes, this gets really weird. So Ratner's last directed movie was in 2014. It was that Hercules movie with The Rock. It's the last thing he directed. Jackie Chan, 71 years old. We just saw him in Karate Kid Legends. Chris Tucker's 54, but really hasn't done much since Rush Hour 3 in 2007. So, Anthony, let's start with you. Geekbone and Floppy Jock. What comment on this whole situation? It's kind of crazy.
I'll leave the Trump requesting this and all that stuff out of it because that seems just wild.
Yes.
That would be the request and they'd make that happen. I love the Rush Hour franchise. Every time I'm on Instagram, I will occasionally come across a reel where they make some sort of joke about how they can't make these types of jokes anymore, and it comes from the Rush Hour.
Always Rush Hour, yeah.
These movies, all three of them, even the third one.
Really? Even the third one?
Oh yeah, all of them made me laugh.
Yeah.
Like bowled over in the theater laughing. That said, I haven't seen Rush Hour. I mean, the last time these movies came out was what, 2009? What was that?
2007. 2007 was Rush Hour 3. Yes.
And these guys are old.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I mean, I'll see a fourth. I don't know if it's going to be any good.
Yeah.
It's only going to be good if they can do the same types of jokes. If they curtail it at all,
right,
then it's not going to be the same.
I'm just going to leave.
The whole premise was, these two guys making racist ass jokes,
being racist at each other.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ruggs.
I forgot what I was going to say. No, I just watched Tulsa King. This season.
Yeah.
And fucking Stallone is like 80 years old.
Yeah.
And he's still kicking guys' asses.
Yeah, it's great.
So, I liked it.
Is he moving at the level of physicality that Jackie Chan moved when he was? Because there's a difference between Stallone, who was built on just being jacked, and Jackie Chan, who was built on
jumping and agility,
No, I mean, like, he doesn't really do much, but they have a stunt guy, obviously, that they're cutting into it, and he's not doing Jackie Chan type stuff. He's just punching guys in the face.
Right. Yeah,
but
is he like?
Yeah, like I think you could. I think you can do it because they did Bad Boys, right? They did the new Bad Boys.
So that is a great kind of blueprint for what you could do with the Rush Hour movies. Those movies,
but neither of those guys were 71 years old.
No,
but like Chris Tucker is probably the same age or younger than those guys.
Chris in his mid-50s, right? And he would, we just saw Karate Kid Legends. Jackie was doing some moves. You can have a stunt guy. He can still jump and move around. I don't know how fast he is, but
well, you got to bring some new blood in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the angle. You got to
bring like a hot karate chick in there. Maybe that girl from the Cobra Kai, the little girl.
Oh yeah.
Do you think they do like their daughters or some shit?
Yeah, that's the other thing everybody does. The kids got to get involved now. And
sure, make it a legacy.
Maybe they get captured and the kids come look for them or something. But like, what flip country do you do? Because that's always part of it, and you don't really get a lot of these buddy action comedy movies anymore, so I feel like there's a market for those to come back, but all we know is they're distributing it, and it is crazy that the way this thing all happened.
I think Donnie should order some more stuff up.
Yeah, can we convince him? Can we convince him to ask for more movies?
Showdown in Little Tokyo too. Come on,
what movie did you want that you never got?
Let's get the list of Donnie movies that he wants to see sequels to.
It's all gonna happen.
I want to see Cocktail 2.
Every studio's gonna be like, okay, sure, yes, sir, right away.
I mean, they're already making Roadhouse. That's on his list. Yeah. He probably loves Roadhouse.
But. Yeah, no, and that's the thing is, I'll go.
Donnie's like, make Animal House too.
Yes, make a new Porky's. Back when movies were.
Oh yeah, he would like that.
He likes that shit. But
a little Baywatch movie.
But like you, Anthony, I'd fucking go see it too. They are fun movies.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, some iconic lines, great chemistry. Which one of y'all kick me? Just like funny shit. Good. It's so good, and I feel like Tucker still has the charm, and it would be fun to see them now. No, they are old.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Lee, get back. Lee, get back over here.
Lee Carter. Man, all y'all look alike.
All y'all look alike. Like, can you make those
Don't
jokes?
you ever touch a black man's radio, boy.
That's also great. And him dancing. I
Can
feel,
you do this
can
to
you-
the Beach Boys? Can you do this to the Beach Boys?
Can you still?
Hell no.
Can you still make those jokes? I feel like maybe you can. I don't know.
I mean, when Jackie Chan is in the first one, when he's in the bar, the pool bar with all the black guys, and then he goes, "What's up, my N-word?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Excuse me," and he says it again.
Such a crazy scene.
It's so funny.
It's such a wild scene to see him say that in a bar full of black people. I was like, oh my Lord. Man, they don't make movies like this anymore. I'll tell you that much. Since Rush Hour 3, Chris Tucker was in the Silver Linings Playbook in 2012.
He hasn't done much.
Something called Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk as Albert 2016. He did a Tito Jackson music video as himself. And then he was in Air in 2023, the Nike movie.
That's right. He was in that movie.
That's right. He was right. He played Howard White. He was pretty good in that. But that's it. So it's not like he's busy. So yeah, them Rush Hour 4 may be happening, kind of crazy. Meanwhile, speaking of the Warner Brothers sale and the bids, last week we mentioned how they wanted first round bids November 20th, non-binding. Well, after that, they asked for second round binding bids that were due today, December 1st. And then I just saw this story that apparently out of nowhere, Netflix submits a huge cash offer for Warner Brothers Discovery Studio in this second round of binding bids. Why would they need a second round? Is this just like how these things go, or did they not like the first bids? They weren't enough.
I don't know I don't really understand all of that stuff.
Me neither.
I just have a comment not on your question.
Yeah.
I've done a little bit of research on this now.
Okay.
And listened to some people.
Yeah.
And we as movie fans should be rooting for, especially fans that let's baseline this. Do we all agree that movies are better to be premiere in the theaters than at home?
So that is part of a larger conversation, but yes,
what about you, Ruggs?
yes.
Do you prefer movies to be in a movie theater or prefer at home?
in the best.
Fuck.
Like if all conditions are good, the movies is the best place to see it.
So with that in mind, if Netflix gets this, that would be like the disaster scenario.
Yeah.
The scenario that I've listened to that people in the industry are saying is you want Paramount to get this because they'll keep shit in the theater.
Yeah.
What'll happen with Netflix apparently is they will honor the agreements to have things in theaters until those agreements are done. And they'll just absorb all that stuff onto Netflix, and they won't get released in theaters.
Yeah, they did say they were going to keep the movies in the theaters, and
but that's people don't believe.
Yeah,
it's Sarandos that's
right,
actually going to happen.
He's just saying it to say it,
right? So you would lose another major studio to movie theater releases.
So the question is, do they really care about theatrical releases? Because they need to look like they do, but that is inherently contrast.
Once you buy it,
Yeah.
Once you buy it, you can do what you want.
And you can do what you want.
You see this all the time in all sorts of like big things, like in sports. People will buy franchises and say the governor, the owner that was incumbent will still get to be part of the team, and then they buy it, and then he gets like pushed to the side. Like this, they're just saying that.
Yes.
Netflix's whole business model, unless they change, which is possible, but unless they change, their whole selling point is you see shit on our streaming platform first. You don't see it in the movie theater unless you live in New York or LA or sometimes Chicago. Right. Our whole thing is you're gonna see it on our platform and that's it.
So they haven't really come to the realization that maybe putting a movie in the theater first, then putting it on streaming will even bring more.
I don't think they believe in it. They don't believe that. They don't believe in that. It's not their business model.
No,
I think all this talk is relevant for now, but I think that eventually that there won't be movies like we know anymore. They're all going to be portrait mode for your phone.
Oh, verticals is going to be a thing. They just added a clause about shooting verticals, and there's like Mexican soap operas that are making a lot of money shooting these quick vertical episodes, mini episodes. But
I thought you were going to go with just a pure AI.
Well,
it doesn't matter. AI is going to make all the movies anyways.
Yes, then you can just spin up any movie you want with yourself in it.
Yeah, but I mean, everybody's, especially the younger generations that are growing up attached to their phone.
Yeah.
They're watching lots of stuff on there that why would you waste an experience so you can watch it on your phone, but everybody's doing it.
Remember Quibi? They were just ahead of their time a little bit, just a little ahead.
I don't know. I still think there's something to be said about seeing a movie in a movie theater, and even if you're super into watching things on your phone, if you see a good movie in a movie theater that's packed, that feeling of like the shared reaction, whether it's like, oh, I can laugh at this, oh, I can cry for this, oh, like I'm okay to have to do these things because everyone else is doing it. I think that communal experience is still pretty powerful.
But if you make a really good movie, wherever you see it, if you watch it at home on streaming and it's really good, you'll still be moved. I don't think so.
I think some movies, a lot of movies, if you watch them at home, at least for me, I get really distracted.
Sure.
I look at my phone.
Yeah.
I get the laundry. I get to grab some food.
Yeah, but then that's your fault. You got to lock in. You got to put it away.
That makes the movie dumber because they write in exposition so you cannot pay attention and still hear what they're, so the dialogue gets messed up.
Well, but
like the problem is that the movie experience is becoming expensive for the theaters.
Yes,
right. It's becoming expensive for the people who are making the movies.
Yeah. Right.
It's becoming expensive for people who go to the movies. Yeah. Everything's getting jacked up. So it's like, I think the fact that if it's lucrative to make money is going to be the question that's going to end it.
Well, some of this is on the movie theaters, right?
100%.
If they all agreed, look, I wish they would all come together and agree, like, we're going to cut all our prices just 50% across the board.
They can't.
But then you will get a huge influx of customers. No, everybody will go back.
It's not about cutting the prices. It's about creating a better movie experience, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's also
because if you cut prices, all you're doing is racing to the bottom. No one makes money but what you need to do, in my opinion, is you need to sort of what Alamo is doing, not to plug Alamo too much. You need to get rid of 30 fucking minutes of previews.
Yeah. Agreed.
You need to cut that down to 10, 15 minutes.
Yes.
You need to have people monitoring for fucking kids or people on their fucking phones.
Yeah.
You need to eliminate that shit. You need fucking better food, better chairs.
Yeah.
Like you need to have it be something where I go to this theater and I can have an experience that I will never get at home. I can buy the biggest fucking TV at home. I still won't have this type of
here's
experience.
the one trade-off with the Alamo. I wonder what you think about the fact that you are trading off that great experience for lack of premium screens.
No, I'm not saying Alamo has it completely right.
Yeah.
I'm saying that you need to add more to
all those things. Yes, I agree.
Not just cut the price.
Yeah. And more premium screens are going in. I think that's going to help, but that's also going to inflate ticket prices. But all those customer servicey things would actually greatly improve the experience. And
I think the customer service part is, I think, the biggest thing in the theater.
Yeah.
I just don't understand how Netflix makes money if they're going to spend money to create a worthwhile experience at home. Like even to make a movie that you're going to enjoy at home, it still has to be good. It still has to work. It has the CG can't be terrible.
No.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where you throw AI in there. But the point is, how are they going to the theater is what makes the money back, right? Isn't that what gets money in your pocket?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel that's a weird model.
The economics with theaters are interesting because initially theaters keep at least half.
Yeah, they keep a lot of it. You don't.
But then as the movie goes along, the theater keeps less of the movie.
Oh, okay. And then the studio gets more.
Oh. Right. But the theater really tries to make its money on concessions.
Yeah, which is they're way too fucking expensive.
But to one thing, Imran, I don't agree that you can get the same experience at home. Like if you watched F1 at home, that's not the same experience that you're getting in the movie theater.
But I was thinking of
if you watched the Weapons at home compared to the theater, that's not the same.
Yeah, that's a good point. What about Frankenstein? I was thinking about Frankenstein recently.
We talked about this.
Yeah.
We all said that it
looked great on the screen.
It was happy. We were happy to see it in the theater.
But if you have a 50, 60, 70 inch screen, the shit's gonna look dope. Also,
Yeah,
I gotta watch.
How many people have that?
But I think a lot of people do have that. They're fucking cheap now.
But they'll also, how many? Again, you're underestimating the fact that people just get distracted.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, I do think that the experience is you're there to see this movie. You've made time.
Right.
That's why I get so pissed off when people are annoying because I'm like, listen, I'm here to experience this. I'm not ruining it for you. Don't ruin it for me. So
I mean, they've made
pulling it back. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying they've made little strides. Like assigned seating, I thought it was like one of the best fucking things they could have done.
Oh yeah, it was crazy. People had to line up.
That's
for
fucking
seats.
ridiculous, horrible. But now you're just got to deal with assholes and expensive prices and 30 minutes of goddamn fucking trailers.
Right. I mean, bringing it back. All this was started because what I said is, if Netflix gets this, it's just another studio that doesn't release movies in the movie
And
theater.
theater owners do not want Netflix to win. But now Warner Brothers looking at an old cash offer versus Paramount's bid for everything. This is getting very interesting. This thing I think is going to go for like 60 to 80 billion when all is said and done. Now and then it also, like last week, I was like, I'm pretty sure Warner Brothers wants to sell, but their stock is the highest it's been since like 2022. And they said they're going to give us whether they're going to sell or split before Christmas. Part of me feels this is just a big thing to inflate their value and be like, look, everything's good. Look at all these offers. Look, our stock is going up. We're not going to fucking sell. We're just going to split next year. So I don't know which way this thing goes.
So one last thing to add to this to give you some more.
Yeah.
If Netflix were to get it, and what I'm predicting or what people are predicting is true, franchises like DC, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Monsterverse, Conjuring, Matrix, Dune, Willy Wonka, Lethal Weapon, Rush Hour, Terminator, et cetera, would all be just straight to TV release.
Onto Netflix.
You wouldn't get those in the movie theaters.
Whoa.
Beetlejuice.
Whoa. That would be crazy. That is a lot.
You wouldn't have those movie theaters.
Yeah, no, you're right. That is a lot of content to put in one place.
There's way more. I mean, I'm naming the biggest stuff, but there's a shit ton of things.
Well, look, we will know their decision sort of this month before Christmas.
That's what they're deciding before Christmas?
They're deciding whether they're going to sell, and if so, who, or whether they're going to just wait and split the company mid next year. This is the decision they said we are going to do. We are going to have before Christmas because they don't want to think about this over the holidays, I guess. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, listener, you could join this conversation. Let us know if you're excited for Rush Hour 4 or who you want to buy Warner Brothers. Join this conversation. Join our Facebook group. It's called Jock and Nerd Nation.
Jock and Nerd.
There's a link in the episode description. It is a closed, exclusive, private group just for you listening. Get in there. All right. Speaking of movies and box office, let's take a look at this weekend's box office because there was some crazy shit that happened after low box office numbers since really like August for a few months. Zootopia 2 comes out and crushes global debut for the Thanksgiving weekend. This movie made $559 million worldwide.
Oh, shit.
This is how it breaks down. $158 million 5-day opening weekend, $96 million 3-day domestic, $401 million international for $559. It made $272 million just in China. So for domestic, this is the best opening for an animated film. Fourth highest global opening of all time and the highest of 2025. In China, it just comes in second to Endgame that opened to $330.5 million. So there's a number of factors here, and then we'll get into the rest of the box office because it's still pretty down, but Zootopia, Wicked for Good kind of helped the numbers come back up. What do you guys think of this huge opening? I don't know if people were expecting it. What do you attribute this to? There's a number of
Zootopia?
Zootopia 2.
It's a kid's movie.
It's a family movie. We haven't had a family movie for a few months, which is why.
It's a kid's movie with a tested and true history. It's been around for a while. Kids love the movie. This is the sequel. So it's been like a longly awaited.
I like the first one. I thought it was actually pretty good and clever.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, the sloths at the DMV is the funniest fucking bit. Anthony, have you seen the first one?
No, I'm not familiar at all with Zootopia.
I randomly just watched it. I don't know where I was, and then I was like, "Oh my god, this movie is really good."
It's not a Pixar movie. It's
No,
straight
it's
Disney.
a Disney. Yeah, it's like Disney, traditional Disney. Yes, one thing, not a lot of family movies out there. Wicked for Good opened at number 2, and it is currently has a $270 million domestic total. Only 393 global, but it's doing good. And then you have Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Predator Badlands in week 4 is now at 173 million global, making it the highest grossing Predator film ever.
There you go.
Good for Predator Badlands. I think we will get more Predator movies. Running Man, number 5. Eternity, new movie, number 6. Rental Family at 7. Hamnet, new, number 8. And you got Sisu hanging in at number 9. Nuremberg. Now, this China thing is interesting because this was a big litmus test for the China market that like 10 years ago was guaranteed, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars as China was bringing in more Western movies. They have, in fact, in the last 5 years, really reduced the amount of Western movies in favor for more Chinese local movies. So,
Zija 2 is the biggest grossing movie in worldwide right now. And that's a China, mostly China movie. Yeah.
Over 2 billion? 3 billion?
Yeah.
Is it at 3 billion yet?
I think it's over 2.
So the thing with Zootopia is the Chinese audience really connected with the story of the first
1.9 billion.
1.9. The first movie being a story of this little bunny rabbit moving into the city and stuff.
She wants to be a cop.
She wants to be a cop, and it's like rural moving into the big city and adjusting to it. It is so big there that Disneyland Shanghai opened a Zootopia world. That's been very popular. So China loves this Zootopia movie and the message. But I was just surprised at how much they fucking love it. Like,
no, I'm shocked too. I don't know anything about Zootopia, but the fact that 71% of its $560 million has come from China.
Yeah,
basically China.
It's insane.
It's crazy.
It's furry paradise.
Yeah, there's
that the appeal.
Yeah. Well,
I'm sure that there is an offshoot, a satellite sector of the people who watch it that are furries. I guarantee it.
Well, there's a lot of people in China, so that's very possible.
Yeah, there's easily furries, and there's a snake in this one. I don't know. That's different, but it's easily going to make $1 billion. It's halfway fucking there.
Oh yeah, it'll make $1 billion.
It's just wild. So then the next test is going to be, and this might be even bigger, is Avatar,
right?
By Aaron Ash. And then just coming out in a few weeks, like that. China loves the Avatar movies as well. They do well.
America loves the Avatar.
America loves them only while they're out, and then everybody forgets them. But they give them all their money when it comes out. Speaking of,
Rug Boy says that James Cameron should just do Avatar movies till he dies
for the rest of his life. Speaking of,
yeah, exactly what I said.
Jimmy C and Avatar. There's a great 2-part interview with him on the Town podcast I listened to, and he says he's got like 10 projects he wants to work on.
But didn't he say he will keep doing them? But if the people don't want him, then he'll quit.
Yeah, no. Every movie, he's like, if this movie bombs, I'm just gonna bail. Like, he's like, I got no problem with just walking away. If it doesn't.
I think I heard that, and then I think I heard they asked him how much. He's like, it's an obscene amount of money to create these type of movies.
Well, I bet. I mean, if you're,
but that's the thing. Like, that's what James Cameron likes to do. He likes to like invent shit and fucking. Yeah. He loves the challenge of trying to do shit like underwater and like shoot things in ways that no one's shot them before. I don't think he could just go back and do a conventional movie anymore.
No, also 60-minute. The Sunday on CBS Sunday Morning had a great piece with him too, and he was talking about how he's into science and he wants to. He's like, even until I'm 80, 90, I want to be doing things that I don't know how to do. I want to learn how to do it, and he just wants to continue to create. And I guess he came up with Avatar when he was like 19 years old. The ideas for it. But there's opening projections for opening weekend already. It's coming out December 19th, so not too far away. And they're saying it's going to open somewhere between $100 and $130 million range, which sounds moderate, but these movies never open big. Right, somehow they end up making $2 billion. Yes, they end up making $2 billion. Avatar: Way of the Water opened up to $134 million. So if they hit that, they should be fine. I already bought my tickets in 3D IMAX.
I got mine.
Yeah, so I can't wait. I'm very excited to see Cameron's magic because you know he's going to give you
Do you
something.
think Avatar: Fire and Ash is another $2 billion movie? Because both of them are $2
Both
billion
of them
movies.
did. I mean, if it's possible it could do like 1.9, right? It depends on the movie's getting longer.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna maybe make 500 million less than the other one.
You think it'll go that much less?
So like that would be like 1.7, 1.9, 1.8 would be that.
Yeah.
The
if you did
wild
that.
thing is, like, is it a failure if this thing doesn't hit $2 billion because of all the money they probably spent on here? Like, it's kind of crazy.
I think that was the context of the question is like, how much money does this have to make because of how much you spent on these type of movies? And he just said it was a fuck ton of money.
Yes. That was in one of those interviews. He said it's a metric fuck ton of money. He wouldn't put a number on it. So he's smart. But man, listening to him, you get excited for.
Well, yeah, he's out. I mean, he's promoting the movie, right?
Yeah.
No.
And the way he shot it. And I watched those behind the scenes things for Way of Water, and just the tech is amazing. And how he can really pay attention to the actors because he's got everything else all set up to show him exactly what it's going to look like on Pandora on this little monitor. He can go in and they can improv. They can try different things. Like, it's kind of a really neat way to combine directing the actor and just fucking shit you'd never seen before. So that's going to be awesome. Now, the other thing to be excited for, of course, trailers. We talked about how there's going to be rumored Avengers Doomsday trailer. Very exciting. But the other rumor is the Odyssey trailer will also be shown ahead of Avatar: Fire and Ash. There also word has come out that they are planning like a 6-minute prologue to play in IMAX theaters on December 12th. And then I saw another rumor that the Odyssey might even just one of these trailers. Wait, is it Avengers or Odyssey? One of these trailers may come out this Sunday. Because they don't want to compete with the other one in front of Avatar or something.
Here's the question.
Yeah.
We'll ignore Avatar Avengers for now because that's our wheelhouse.
Yeah.
But of the epic movies that are coming out next year, which one are you more excited for? Not Avatar. We'll go Odyssey by Nolan or Dune 3 with Denis Villeneuve.
Ooh, and Dune 3 is coming out the same day, I think, as Avengers Doomsday.
What are you more excited for?
I'm going to say the Odyssey. Because I've heard, like, Dune, the first two movies told a great story. And I've heard, like, the story gets really weird in the third one. Now, Denis can fix that and make it fucking compelling. And I love going to Arrakis. But this is Nolan. He's doing fucking Homer's The Odyssey, and it sounds fucking epic. There is, he filmed, where is this in this article? Let me find this. But I think definitely my answer would be, I'm more excited for The Odyssey. Ruggs?
It's been a while since we had a Christopher Nolan movie.
Yeah.
That was good. Tenet was weird. But
Oppenheimer?
Oppenheimer was
Oppenheimer
good.
was very
Oppenheimer was good. So yeah, I'm down for a Nolan film.
Nolan's Odyssey.
I mean,
I still laugh to this day when you explain the Odyssey, and then I think you recorded another Patreon where you said I told the completely wrong story. That's not the
I
Odyssey.
gotta post corrections. This was a different story. But look, he's shooting out on the water. He's shooting on practical sets. In this article from Deadline, he said he shot over 91 days. They shot over 2 million feet of film.
Oh, shit.
2 million feet of
He's shooting
film.
all on film?
Yes.
Or most of it on film?
He's shooting it on IMAX fucking cameras.
Oh, well, does that mean that's on
film.
film? I don't know what that means.
It's real big, like 15 per film. And nobody shoots on these cameras because they're big and bulky. But he's shooting the whole thing on IMAX. So that, along with the fucking stacked cast with Nolan's practical effects, I think it's going to be something special. What about you? What are you more excited?
I don't know shit about the Odyssey.
Yeah. Well,
So
he's gonna
I'm
tell
just
us.
leaning Dune 3 because Dune 2 was so good. And everything you're saying, Denny's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
He's shooting all that stuff for real.
Yeah, he's shooting practical. So this is an interesting battle. Does it come down to the property, the story? Like,
Yeah, I don't know anything. I don't know anything about Dune 3.
I don't know anything about Dune 3 either. I don't really know much about the Odyssey. Did the Dunes do enough to get people coming back with Tim Chalamet and Zendaya?
Tim A.
It depends on how he wants to do it. Really, because there's some crazy shit going on there.
In Dune 3?
Yeah, there's like a giant worm that he becomes.
Right, doesn't he become this weird giant worm emperor creature? Like,
yeah,
I've heard it's a weird fucking story.
Well, he becomes like this Uberman. He becomes like the superhuman dude that can do crazy shit. Yeah. And there's a lot of weird shit going on. But there's one character comes back and is a clone of the other character. There's all kinds of shit going on.
And then on this side, you have Nolan, who in this article, he says he wants to make movies that he was inspired by, like Ray Harryhausen movies, but he wants to do it on an A-budget, big Hollywood IMAX production. I mean, you're going to have fucking Cyclops and sirens and creatures. Like, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, I mean, they've been doing these Greek stories forever, and they all kind of blend together, so that's why I had to do the disclaimer, because there are a lot. There's the Odyssey, there's Jason and the Argonauts, there's the
Iliad,
the Iliad. So that's all that stuff. They all kind of cross over. There's the Battle of Troy, which is part of the Odyssey, the first part of it. So, which is, I think, is the Iliad.
I mean, and there's
a lot, and then there's all these other stories that are kind of ancillary things that are Greek. So there's a lot of shit to mine, and it's been done before, but I'm waiting to see it done on an A budget,
on a huge scale.
I think it'd be cool. I mean, they Clash of the Titans, covered a lot of this ground.
Yeah,
and there was that Immortals with Henry Cavill.
So I was going to say, you don't really get a lot of mythological fantasy movies these days, but when they're done, they're not always great. I mean,
it depends.
You had Troy, Brad Pitt.
Troy was amazing.
Yeah.
I thought that movie was great.
And I mean, Gladiator kind of counts, but this is more, I'm talking about like Greek mythological fucking creatures.
Well, that's like the magic. Yeah. That's where you get with the Greek stuff. It's meant to be a fantasy.
I love the old Clash of the Titans with the stop motion fucking shit that was on TV from the 70s. Like, that movie was great. It told me the story of that dude, the Titans, and Medusa and all that.
That dude, the Titans.
What's the dude from Clash of the Titans?
Perseus,
that's right. So, and I love.
Then you got Percy Jackson, by the way.
Oh yes, also
that's the modern retelling of
Perseus, right? The Perseus myth.
Yes.
Yeah, man. The Greeks got some fun myths. Let's make them all movies. All right. Okay, fellas, we're gonna take a quick break here. We're gonna play some promos. We're gonna come back, talk about the most iconic Thanksgiving movie ever: Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Right after this.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men?
Turn your dial to find the frequency of the past.
Captain Midnight.
Where the classic stories of mysteries, sci-fi, thrillers, and suspense are found waiting to be heard once again.
Another case for Nick Carter, Master Detective.
You'll find a variety of those stories here, in their original form, where each episode takes you to another place or time.
The Man of Bronze, Doc Savage.
But only when you find the mystery frequency. Available everywhere.
The Shadow knows.
Hey there, everyone. Brian here, host of TV Trivia Pod. It's a trivia-style podcast focusing on TV and movies. Listen in for questions like, what's the name of Michael Scott's screenplay? What do you say to view the Marauders map? And what's everyone eating in the post-credit scene of Avengers? Play along to TV Trivia Pod anywhere you get podcasts. And stay tuned for more trivia.
Jock and Nerd.
Listener, if you enjoy this show, this is a great moment to sign up to our Patreon fan club and give back for all the stupidity we've been putting out for free for going on 11 fucking years now. Let's just all remember that. Visit jockandnerd.com/Patreon.
Jock and Nerd.
And you can give back on a monthly or annual basis. And as little as $3 a month gets you a little holiday gift, right? Gets you access to a bonus podcast feed, an exclusive feed where the shows come out early. We post bonus movie reviews. Anthony had 2 we put up today. We'll talk about that later today, this week. Sorry. There's bonus content is what I'm trying to say out of my mouth. What are the words coming out of your mouth? You can also join us for our virtual meetups we do on Discord. We are skipping December, so the next one will be January 22nd, Thursday. You can pick any movie for us to review and watch. You can get an exclusive t-shirt, all on the Patreon tiers. Check it out. We appreciate your support and appreciate everyone's continued support. You make the show happen, Patreon
You do.
people.
You pay for the show.
You essentially do. If you don't, this whole thing gets shut down. And now nobody can have Jock and Nerd. This is why we can't have nice things. Anyways, jockandnerd.com/Patreon. Check it out. All right, fellas, let's get to this week's movie review. We will be discussing the classic Planes, Trains, and Automobiles from 1987. Here's your spoilers for a 38-year-old movie.
Strap yourselves in, you fucks. Spoiler time.
How did we come to this movie, Anthony? I think you can give us half the story.
Well, if that's an Imran thing.
It's me doing Ronald Reagan, is what that is.
Is that what that is?
Well,
he used to do that?
Yeah, he would go all the time. Well, Nancy, I don't remember.
I'd say I don't know if I was even alive.
No,
at
probably not.
But whatever. Anyways, I was planning. I had tickets for this movie to see that at the Alamo.
Wow,
because they do old showings, and they were doing it the Thanksgiving week. I had no idea that it was a Thanksgiving movie. Yeah. I do remember you guys saying that it would be a fun movie to watch, and then it just ironically happened to pop up, and I was like, "Oh, I'll go see it."
And you'd never seen it before, right?
Never seen it.
Wow. All right. Well, Planes, Trains, Automobiles, written, produced, and directed by John Hughes. We all know and love John Hughes. Gave us the Brat Pack, great teen angst movies in the 80s. And the movie originally released November 25th, 1987, just over 38 years ago. We just passed the anniversary, which is kind of fun. On the Rotten Tomatoes is sitting at a 93% tomato meter, 87% popcorn meter. This movie was made for $15 million, $1987, and finishes a box office of $49.5 million, $1987. Not bad for a comedy for $15 million. Anthony, I put this link in there. What's some of those other 1987 movies we had there?
Oh, I gotta click on this fucking link. Bear with me 1 second, and we will look at the movies that were released.
It's a good year. It's a good year.
We're gonna go in-year releases in 1987. All right. So name the top. Well, I'll name the top 10, and then I'll do what I usually do and throw some extras in there. So top 10. Number 1, 3 Men and a Baby.
Oh wow! Yeah, so I like that comment. It's good.
Fatal Attraction. Number 2.
Okay.
Is that the Douglas?
Michael Douglas, Glenn Close.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
The Rabbit Dies. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the one.
Beverly Hills Cop 2.
You know what? That's
3.
I don't mind 2. It was on TV just the other day. I was watching it. It's funny.
4, Good Morning Vietnam.
Fantastic Robin Williams movie. I think he wins an Oscar for that.
Good performance. Yeah.
5, Moonstruck.
Oh. That's
Cher and Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
A romance.
Yeah, rom-com.
6, The Untouchables.
Oh, this is fucking fantastic. This is the Kevin Costner, Sean Connery.
That's right. It's about Al Capone.
It's probably one of the greatest Al Capone movies you're ever going to watch.
That's right.
All right. Take your word for it. I've of these movies that I've mentioned so far, I've only seen 1.
Oh my God. Okay. They're all
7, The Secret of My Success.
Oh my God.
Michael J. Fox.
Another great 80s movie.
Trying to branch out of Back to the Future. Doesn't really work.
8, Stakeout.
Oh, fuck. Who was in Stakeout?
Is that Emilio Estevez? Or
Gregory
no?
Hines? No.
No, it's who's in that?
Stakeout was Richard Dreyfuss, Emilio Estevez.
Yeah,
Madeline
I was
Stowe.
right.
You were right.
Madeline Stowe was hot in that movie.
Yeah, I don't remember this movie.
That's all I remember.
Yeah.
She was very hot.
9, Lethal Weapon.
Oh, wow. First one. Yeah.
second movie on this list I've seen. 10, The Witches of Eastwick.
Oh, that's actually
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, that's a real good movie. Who else is in there?
Susan Sarandon.
And what's her name?
Gina Davis. I don't know who else is in that. Michelle Pfeiffer. I don't know. Somebody's in that.
Now extra movies.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
11, Dirty Dancing.
Yeah, great.
12, Predator.
Oh yeah, 87.
16, RoboCop.
Oh goddamn! What a year!
You're coming with me.
20, Eddie Murphy Raw.
Oh, fantastic.
21 is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. 23, Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, Platoon came out that year. Also, you had these Vietnam movies.
25, the movie that won Best Picture, The Last Emperor. 30, The Running Man. 31, Spaceballs.
Oh my god,
amazing.
38, The Lost Boys.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
41, The Princess Bride.
I love those memes where it pops up where it shows you like a photo of the marquee from the old days, and you know there were days where you look at the thing and it's Predator, RoboCop, fucking all these huge movies, Platoon, Spaceballs. I'd be like, holy shit, what a
couple
time.
more funny ones though. 51, Raising Arizona. Movie we
reviewed that. Yeah.
65, Masters of the Universe.
Oh shit, that was 87 too. This is a great.
69 or 68 before I get into 69. 68, Over the Top.
6'7", dude. Over the Top came out at 87.
69, Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. We'll end it there.
This is like my childhood. What a summer that was.
Wow, they're all bangers.
Yeah,
they're all pretty much bangers.
The whole year. I mean, this is like I vividly remember this year and all these movies.
Takes a lot of movies.
And
there's more.
Right,
I mean, there's more. These are just
you can't really go wrong with any of these ones.
The variety, man, used to be great. Anyways, this one, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, like I said, directed by John Hughes. This is his 5th movie. He's coming off of Ferris Bueller, 5th directed movie. He goes on to write a lot more. Steve Martin and John Candy in your lead role. Steve Martin playing Neil, John Candy playing Del Griffith. Steve Martin coming off Roxanne, Little Shop of Horrors, and Three Amigos. And John Candy at this point coming off Spaceballs and also Little Shop of Horrors. They were both in that movie. So this is where these guys are in their career. A surprising rated R. I forgot this was rated R, and there's an obvious reason for it. But when you watch it, if you've never seen it, you'll be like, why is this rated R? And then you get to the scene, you're like, oh, I see. And a great runtime, 1 hour 32. Anthony, first time, what happens in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is about this uptight lawyer in New York, Neil Page, who's just trying to get home for Thanksgiving in Chicago. And along the way, he meets Del Griffith, played by John Candy, who is this shower curtain ring seller.
Yes, just the rings.
That's kind of an odd guy, got a lot going on. And they happen to come cross paths, and they can't get away from each other as the flight from New York to Chicago gets diverted, and they have to figure out a way to get home in time for Thanksgiving.
Also featuring some fun cameos from Kevin Bacon, Michael McKean, Dylan Baker. But yes, this is a two-hander. Edie McClurg, two-hander between Steve Martin, John Candy. So, Anthony, 2025 eyes watching this movie from 87 on Thanksgiving and on a weekend that was very similar to kind of what was happening in the movie here with the big snowstorm. I thought that was kind of fun because you're like living the movie. What did you think?
I didn't watch it on Thanksgiving.
I know, but like I was like watching it because it's on Paramount.
Oh, I see.
And I watched it over and it was like similar snowstorm. And I was like, oh shit, it's like the movie. But first time watching when the movie was over, how you feel?
I was about probably an 80% packed theater.
Oh, wow.
People were giggling and laughing the entire time, which was great. Made the experience way better. I had a great time with it. John Hughes movies always seem to do really well for me.
Yeah.
And this one is no different. It's a these mismatched friends type thing. And John Hughes movies always seem to have comedy and raunchy comedy, absurd comedy, but then there's always that little piece of heart at the end that tugs you and makes everything come together and makes you care about these characters. I think the biggest thing for me is realistically, like both of these guys kind of suck and you don't really want to hang out with either of them.
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
but for some reason, and it's because of the way he's directed it and the way these actors, Steve Martin and John Candy, play it.
Yeah.
You want them to be friends, even though like both of them are not a good fit for each other.
Yeah.
Both of them are equally annoying. Both of them suck in a lot of ways, but you're just like, but I kind of want to see these guys get back together. So every time they split and then come back together throughout the movie, you're like, this is familiar. This is good. I want to see this. So yeah, I had a great time with the movie.
There's a lot of awe moments. Yes. And Steve Martin to play the straight guy to Candy is kind of brilliant. Ruggs, what's your history with this movie?
I remember it from when I was like a kid when it came out, and I saw it on HBO or something like that. And I just remember it as the movie where everything goes wrong for these two guys, and just like one thing after another. And that was what I remembered. When I watched it a second time as an adult, there are a lot more things at play. And there is a lot of these things. Like, you don't really realize like how lonely men are sometimes, and how closed off they can be, and how like they just want to be left alone. And you know, it does kind of, with a lot of laughs, chip away at that. Mm-hmm. And then eventually when you get to the end, you just realize like, yeah, there's just fucking, these dudes are fucking miserable in their ways. And they're not even, one of them is got the perfect house and the family that's waiting for him to come home.
But
the other guy's got nothing. And he's kind of living in a weird way, like kind of just ad hoc, whatever he can do that day.
Yep.
And it's just, it shows you like the existence and the fact that friendship can really do a lot of things. So, I mean, at its core, it is a movie about friendship. So, and I got that more watching it as an adult than when I was a kid, and just saw like, oh, everything's fucking blowing up and they're fucking miserable and they're mad at each other. They're fighting. Yeah. So I think it's a good, sweet movie. I think it's a good Christmas movie or a Thanksgiving movie. I know a lot of people have a very big fondness for this movie. So
I'm one of those people. I fucking love this movie. But your point is very interesting, because there's clearly a deep inner sadness to the Del Griffith character. But I didn't even think the Neil character also has this inner sadness that, you know, that he can't let out. But
he can't really participate in anything. Everything's a problem for him.
Yeah, everything. He's just miserable and complains. But this movie is so wonderful on so many levels. It is an amazing time capsule movie of how we used to do stuff back in the before computer times, how travel was before Ubers, before terrorism. You know, all these things. Yeah, because that changed a bunch of things, and we'll get into the stuff that they do in this movie that you're like, oh, remember this shit? But lots of things you don't see anymore, which I love, because you have to remember them. The smoking everywhere gets me; it's fantastic. But this is a great Thanksgiving movie, and there's not a lot of those. It's a very small category, and this is one of them. You can watch every Thanksgiving. It is perfectly cast. These two, you couldn't get better people. Their chemistry is amazing. Their performances are so real and heartfelt that you like you said, Anthony, you root for both of them, even though they're completely opposite. I love seeing John Hughes. John Hughes is Chicago, and the fact that this was kind of a outside of his wheelhouse a little. It wasn't a teen angst comedy that he was known for. He kind of shows that he could do drama. You see a lot of Home Alone scenes in this movie. That I think
the house feels very Home Alone.
It's a different house, but the journey, a lot of the scenes, I think he just pulled from this movie when he wrote Home Alone. But the other thing that's wonderful about these two characters and what they go through is that it is so like universally relatable, just in the fact of traveling, of all the shit that happens. But everyone either has met someone like Neil and Del, or have been Neil and Del at a certain point in their life. Like, it's just so relatable and universal that I love it. It's a great movie. Let's get into favorite moments, favorite things. The whole journey he takes is crazy. So, like I said, one of the things you don't see anymore, if you notice in the beginning, when he's at the meeting, because he has a plane ticket for 6 p.m. He checks his watch. He's in downtown New York. It's 5:45 p.m. He makes it to the airport like 2 minutes before you have to get on the plane. Remember when you could do that? I remember that shit. Anthony, do you remember that shit? You could roll up last minute and they would just let you on the plane.
I remember being able to not have a ticket and walk whoever you were going with through the gate.
All the way to the gate. You could drop them off.
Yeah.
Without any security, nobody taking. You got to take your shoes off. You got to show up 3 hours early for a fucking domestic flight. Ah, the good old days.
Well, you need to get pre-check. I don't know what you're doing showing up 3 hours early for a domestic flight. Who are you?
I'm on some list. Every time I get a plane ticket, there's like a large red X on it.
They're always frisking him.
Yeah, I don't know what the X means on my plane tickets, but it's on everyone. We get a
you throwing out 3 hours before domestic flight is kind of crazy.
Maybe an hour. But like some places, they're like, you got to show up 2 hours before. It's annoying.
You need to. Well, we can talk about this.
I love sitting at the airport just waiting for the plane.
Yeah, he's like,
that's my favorite part.
Well, nowadays you can listen to podcasts.
Sitting there like an asshole.
You can listen to podcasts. You're on your phone. Like time goes by.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you had to buy a book or a magazine or some fucking.
We're side tanging here, but I think it has to be said for me. I try to get it. I try to literally get through security and board the plane. I always try.
Oh, you time it to just keep walking, walk on.
Yeah,
walk right.
Yeah. There's no reason for me to be at the airport any earlier than that.
What's the longest it's ever taken you to get through security?
Well, I have pre-check now. With pre-check, sometimes it can take like 20 minutes or so. If you're at a busy airport and it's like a Sunday in Vegas or something like that.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
30 minutes?
30 minutes is the longest I've ever waited with pre-check. Now with like regular, I don't know. I haven't done that in a long time.
What does pre-check do?
TSA pre-check. So it's, our audience is going to love this. TSA pre-check is basically a part of the airport where you can go through and you don't have to like take off your shoes. It's basically like they've pre-scanned you to like not look up your criminal history and have they trust you more, so you don't have to wait as long as a line. So there's less people that are in that line.
It's like a separate line, basically.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
They vet you with a background check. Do you know? They do vet you don't have to take your shoes off anymore. I think they changed that recently.
Right, but it usually is much faster than the regular line.
Wow.
Yeah. So get on your pre-check there.
Or there's other things.
Like the fact that he makes it from downtown New York, 5:45 to the fucking airport at LaGuardia or JFK by 6 is ridiculous.
I think he's going to LaGuardia.
It's ridiculous. Like that you never do that. And you get that fun Kevin Bacon cameo. And he doesn't say anything, and they just race for the cab.
I love in that scene when he gets the cab, pulls it over, he's loading it or whatever. Del Griffith, John Candy gets in the cab, and then he sees him, and the look on John Candy's face.
He's like, oh. And then it just drives off. He just drives off. Also, Steve Martin running is hilarious. Like,
who runs worse, him or what's his name, Steven Seagal?
See, but I think Steve is doing it on purpose to be comedic, and Seagal, that's just how he runs.
Yeah, he thinks he's running cool.
He thinks he's running cool. So that's arguably way worse than Steve Martin doing funny running, which he does.
He does run
a
really
long time. And then you get the first confrontation with Del at the airport, and there's some great fucking lines. And it was another like line that reminded me of the Home Alone scene with the Poca, where he's like, "Oh, I'm so sad." Like he feels bad that he stole the cab. He genuinely is like, "I'm really sorry, I didn't know."
I love that he goes, "Don't I know you from somewhere?"
Yes, I just saw him on the street chasing after you like a madman. He's like, "Dude, you stole my cab." Oh, I did? He's like, let me get you a hot dog and a beer. He's like, no. How about a hot dog? No. Coffee? No. Milk? Soda? Some tea? A Slurpee? Lifesavers? It just keeps going. So fucking funny. That's just when he's like, Poca. You know, kiss me, Poca. You get a couple hits. Big and
He's a completely different character, though, in this than he is in Home Alone. Home Alone, he's like a fun, like a loving guy.
Yeah.
Like a genuinely good guy. This one, he's like, very awkward, wants to make relationships, but doesn't understand how to connect with people. Always, like he says in the movie, he's like, fuck it. He's like, Del, you always push people away. Blah,
did it
blah,
again.
blah.
Yes. Find some, well, and the ironic thing is when you watch that documentary, I Like Me, you kind of realize that this was a lot of John Candy in Del Griffith, the insecurities. Like he was pulling from, like, that's how he felt. It's almost like he's just playing himself in this a little bit. In terms of how he felt that even though everyone loved him, he was always insecure. It's kind of crazy. But we get to the plains. of the plane, trains, and automobiles. And of course, Neil has to sit next to Del. And bro, Del takes his shoes and socks off. Like, if you did that shit today, you would get tossed off the plane so fucking quickly. But it is so funny. It's like, oh, my dogs are barking today. And it's not just the shoes, it's the socks. And he's flicking them around.
I've seen some people take off their shoes on a
Oh,
plane.
really? See,
Yeah.
I think.
For long
people
flights.
go on planes with Crocs now. So
That's true. Listen, this is also a plane where you can smoke in. So, really, what's the problem? If you can let me smoke in here, let me take my fucking shoes.
I can't believe you used to be able to smoke in
That
a plane.
is wild. I mean, you see them smoking in a diner, on the plane, in the hotel, just fucking everywhere.
The plane is the craziest one.
The plane is the craziest thing because
'Cause they're just flowing oxygen through there.
So you're like, I'm in the non-smoking section, but the smoke is like right there. What are you supposed to do? Like, how do you have a non-smoking section? How did that even work? Movie theaters?
What are we doing? Favorite scenes?
Yeah.
I'm skipping ahead, but this one was one of the ones that made me laugh the most when they're in the automobile portion of the movie.
Yes.
And they're driving, I think they're driving to Chicago. I don't remember where exactly.
Yeah.
It's at night.
Yeah.
And he's playing the song and he's just dancing around in the car.
Yes, he's playing.
And it just goes forever.
Doing the mess around. He's doing the mess around. And when he plays the piano on the dashboard, and he's just having a ball. This car is iconic. This is a customized 1983 Chrysler LeBaron convertible with wood paneling.
Also, just like the look on him, like the way with him with the mustache, he looks like a giant kid growing a mustache throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Like it looks terrible, but it's also funny.
The whole car bit in the Chrysler there's so many funny things. I mean, that's where we get this line.
You play with your balls a lot.
Tell me one thing I do that bothers you. Oh, I'll tell you.
One thing.
He's playing with the seat recliner and he can't get comfortable and he breaks it. And then flicking the cigarette out the window. This is a rookie mistake. Everybody, if you're a smoker and you drive on the highway, you know you don't fucking keep your back window open. Although they probably didn't have power windows in that Chrysler. So yeah, that happens. If you can flick it out and it could go right back in the fucking car. And just that whole moment where he's doing the mess around and he's screaming, he's going the wrong way. They go through.
Well, he gets his coat stuck to
that is fantastic. Yes,
the seats.
He's trying to take his parka off, and both arms get trapped while he's driving with his knees. It's so good. And then
that's one of the things I'll give the movie the writing credit here. He's doing that because he flicked the cigarette and it's in his back seat, so it's getting hot.
Yeah, he's like, it's getting hot in here.
And then because of that, he's trying to take off his parka while he's driving, and because that happens, he gets connected to the seat, which then causes him to go the wrong way on the highway.
Well,
it builds on each other, where it's not just a random moment that happened.
Yeah, that he spins out first, and like he's singing the song while Neil's trying to sleep, and then Neil gets up and he's like, "What happened?" He goes, "It's getting hot in here. You should take your parka off." Then when he returns to the highway, he's going the wrong way. When those two people try to tell him is also hilarious.
When he like looks at them and he's like, "Oh, they're drunk," and then he's mimicking them like being drunk.
I was like, this idiot wants to race. He's like, "Sure, buddy, yeah," and you could see smoke in the back seat at this point. And then finally, the two trucks, and they're screaming. And then it gets almost Pee-wee's Big Adventure. You notice that, Ruggs?
Yeah.
When they're going through the trucks, you see them as skeletons, and then Neil sees Del as the devil laughing real quick in a devil costume. And their fingers,
I love
this is
that.
so good. Their fingers are embedded in the dash. The steering wheel is bent, and you think that was crazy, right? So they pull over, they pull the truck over, and they just sit on the truck. And this is like my favorite part, is them sitting with their backs to the truck, and you slowly see this red glow, and you hear the crackle, and they just turn, and the fucking car is on fire. It's fucking hilarious.
Shit.
Well, that scene reminds me. Remember Home Alone 2?
Yes.
When Marv gets electrocuted and he turns into a skeleton.
Yes.
For a second,
briefly,
like
yes.
Yeah.
That like I was like, oh, John Hughes has been doing this shit.
Yeah.
He's been getting ridiculous. But that fire scene.
Yeah.
The thing that's great about that is earlier in the movie you see the credit card switch.
Yep, he gives him the opposite.
And then you realize he took off his coat and it's in the car.
Yeah, then he goes, I'm putting my wallet in the glove compartment. Make sure I don't forget.
And because of this, now he's lost his credit card.
And Neil doesn't know, so he just starts laughing because he goes, you finally did it to yourself, Del. He thinks he screwed himself over, only to find out that, you need a credit card to rent a car.
Well, this is the thing that I'm talking about earlier where, like, Del sucks, too, because Del used this man's credit card without him knowing to rent a car.
Sure.
What do you mean, sure? Yes, it happened.
But didn't they both have diners cards and they just got each other's?
Yes, but he admits, Del goes, oh, yeah, like I was going to pay you back for that.
He said he was going to pay him back. Is it possible he thought it was his and he used it and then he realized?
No, I think he knew.
He admits in the movie that he knew it was his credit card. He's like, oh, well, I was going to tell you.
But in his defense, and he says it,
Wait a minute, don't defend this.
You abandoned me. Every time Neil wants to split up with Del, you could see how hurt he is, and it's so sad.
Okay, Imran, you're literally giving the perspective of like a complete idiot. You're saying
left me with nothing. He's got no cash.
You're saying because Steve Martin wants to get away from this guy who he finds creepy, it is okay to use another man's credit card to purchase a car?
If you pay him back.
Oh, Imran, you are out of your mind.
All right, maybe that's a stretch. But you're right. They're both shitty. They're both mean to each other. They both hurt each other's feelings. I think one of the most like heartfelt scenes, and it happens real early, like 25 minutes in the movie, is when Steve Martin finally unloads on Del. And they haven't even been together a lot by the time they're in the hotel room. And he's like, hey, how about this? When you tell a story, how about you have a point? It makes it more interesting for people listening. And then that's when you get his line like, I like me. My wife likes me. My clients like me. So whatever you want, I'm the real deal. Think what you will. And this is like 25 minutes in. And then they go through a whole adventure afterwards, and it kind of changes his mind. So,
well, let me interject there, and then I want to hear from Ruggs, like what some of his scenes. But I like that. I like that scene, but I do like that he gets back in bed with him.
Yeah.
They end up cuddling.
Yes.
Candy kisses him on the ear, and he goes, "Why did you kiss me?" And then he goes, "Where's your other hand?" He's like, "Is it in between? Isn't it between two pillows?"
Those aren't pillows. And they jump up and they're like, "How about that Bears game last week?" Yeah. You see that? Yeah, it's good. Good game. So funny. There's a similar moment when they first get there, and Del's like, "You want to take a shower?" And Neil's like, "No." I was like, no, I didn't mean together. I mean, do you want to take a shower? Do you want to go first? And then he just destroys the bathroom while the whole time he's in there.
Ruggs, do you have a scene that stands out?
Oh, yeah, when he yells at the lady after he rents the car, and he's just dropping the F-bomb.
Yes.
That's great.
This is why it becomes R-rated.
It literally they drop what? 20 F-bombs in that?
18 if you count Edie McClurg's at the end. And she improv'd the lines when she's on the phone about Thanksgiving. And his fuck tirade, it's 18 F-bombs in like under 2 minutes. And she has the best at the end. She goes, "Where's your rental agreement?" "I threw it away." "Oh, you're fucked." "I want a fucking car right fucking now." I mean, they dropped him off in the lot with nothing, and his freak out when he's just throwing, "You're messing with the wrong guy," and he's doing his Steve Martin thing.
Does he end up walking back to the with no shoes on?
Yes, pretty much. And he's got
the shoes get ruined in the snow, right?
Yep, he's got to cross the highway. He slips down the snow. He's on the runway, and then he's all fucking dirty and mad, and it's so funny.
The thing that's great about that scene is that he opens up with, she's like, "How may I help you?" And he's like, "You can start by wiping that fucking dumbass smile off your rosy fucking cheeks.
So good.
Then give me a fucking automobile." And then he goes, "A fucking Datsun, a fucking Toyota, a fucking Buick, 4 fucking wheels, and a seat."
So good.
And like he just starts unloading. Yeah, I didn't know that was going to happen in this movie. Just because they keep it like
it's like PG-13 until that moment.
That's the part of the movie I went, "Oh, damn!" That's that. Now I understand.
He's hit a breaking point.
You've been there. Like I don't blame.
He's now
him.
become me.
Everyone's been there. Ever this happens, is you just get frustrated.
Have you ever yelled at someone like that? Like,
like a person at work in a public place?
I don't think I've ever yelled at a person that didn't deserve it like that.
Yeah. I don't know if I've done it in public.
I've gone off on people, but I'm me.
Right. But have you had a Neil Page situation where someone was just happened to be doing their job, maybe a little annoying, and you just went off?
Yeah.
Like, did you swear? Did you cuss him out? Damn.
Oh yeah, I went way beyond.
I could imagine, like, if in the real world, you two hanging out and one being more Del Griffith and one being more Neil Page.
Imran?
Yeah. I mean, Imran just tried to justify using another man's credit card without them knowing.
See, I think I would
willingly hang out with Imran.
See,
it's not like
I would be like Del, but I would also enjoy hanging out with someone like Del just to see what makes him tick, and he's fucking colorful, weird character.
Do you think? Let's while we're pivoting from the scenes real quick, we can go back to scenes. What do we think is with Del? Like, is he just a lonely guy? Is he awkward? Is he maybe on the spectrum? Like, what's going on with Del?
I feel like everybody knows someone like this. Yes, he's socially awkward. Probably when he was a kid, didn't have a lot of friends, tries too hard to please people, but is
very lonely, right? Like, lonely guy, lost his wife,
but has good intentions, right? And I think he's a good guy.
Do we think he's like there's something going on?
No,
or is he just a lonely guy that's really awkward?
I think just he's like depressed and hiding it because of his wife, and he's awkward and
I think he's just barely scraping by. Like
he lives on the road.
Yeah, he's barely getting by, and his relationships at work, those work things that he does, his salesmanship and stuff.
Yeah,
that's the only thing that's really keeping him going. He really doesn't have anything else. So he lost his wife. He doesn't have any kids. He doesn't have anybody that really gives a shit about him. So he's kind of like a sailor or something. He's just kind of like
he's nomadic almost.
He's going from place to place, and he just has the only contacts he has are the people that he meets along the way that he's selling to and his business partners or whatever.
And he's someone that probably like really values close relationships.
Yes.
But he values them so much that he pushes people away really easily.
Yeah. He gives that great monologue.
He gives a creepy vibe because he's just so over enthusiastic about meeting people.
He just goes too far.
Well, clearly.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. I sympathize with that character a lot.
Yeah.
Because as you get older, you don't hang out with people as much.
Right.
And so you look forward to it so much that you're overly enthusiastic when you do get to see people.
Well, also this like probably a little bit of what Hughes was touching on is like when you're in your, late 30s, early 40s, the ability, especially for men, to make friends with new men is very difficult.
Yep.
But also like kind of what they want. Like men still want to be able to meet people and hang out with other guys, but it's tough to do that at that type of age.
And I don't even know,
because like Neil's character, Paige, he doesn't give a shit about making friends. He just wants to get home.
Yeah.
Right. So you have one guy that wants to have a friend, and the other guy is like, and most people, like most men, I think, even to this day, don't really give a shit about meeting new men. They want to,
right?
But they don't really openly try to do that shit.
Right.
They just want to like go home.
It just kind of happens like this, right? So like fate puts them together, and he even says like, I found someone who I enjoy their company. What do? I do my, he's talking to Marie, but I think Del cherishes Neil more than Neil. Somehow Neil comes around by the end, and could they be friends? Sure, but Del is just looking for anyone at this point because I'm not, and he's very smart at selling the earrings as the shower curtain rings as earrings, like the different ways he makes money on the road, and everything is his connection. He's like, I know a guy, Doobie's Texiola. He's like, I sold this guy shower rings. He'll give us a room. And so that gets on Neil's nerves too. He's like, you didn't give me anything. You got all this because of your shower ring connections. But at what point, let me ask you this. If you were Neil, at what point would you bail on Del? Or would you...
Immediately.
You wouldn't feel bad and help him out?
The minute I saw that guy sitting next to me that fucking stole my cab, I would be like, all right, it's not a big deal. He fucking stole my cab with an asshole. But like, I wouldn't give him the time of day.
Now you're sitting next to him on the flight. Yeah.
Yeah. I would just ignore him the whole time.
No, you can't ignore Del Griffith. It's impossible.
Oh, I can do it.
Oh yeah, I don't have a lot of patience for that type of stuff. I don't think I would cuss him out, but I would definitely be like, all right, I'm I'm doing what I can to get away from this fucking guy.
Like, if I was on this journey, I think maybe the worst thing he does is like trashing the bathroom in the time that Neil's just in the shower.
God.
I was like, how did you
what
do
is he
that
doing in there?
so quickly? And everything's wet. And he just leaves him the little towel to dry off, little hand towel. It's hilarious. And it's
Wasn't
like
his
wet.
underwear in the sink?
Yeah, yes. Later he gets up, he washes his face with his dirty sock water and then wipes it with his underwear. And then you hear Del go, oh, remind me to empty the sink there before my socks are in there.
Yeah, Del's not a guy that like he definitely is not. He's not a guy that makes it easy to get along with.
No, but every time they split, like there's that moment after the train, which is a very short part of this Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Train breaks down, and Neil sees Del dragging the trunk, and he could have went his own way, but he felt bad, and he helped him. And there's several times where I'm like,
the
aw.
acting where you're like,
aw.
I want these guys to still be friends, even though like there's no way in hell either of them should be friends with each other.
So I had a couple of questions, like, how did that car after it was on fire still they could drive it, and it wasn't hot, they weren't melting, and it still worked. I thought that was interesting.
That's movie magic.
That's movie magic. Hotel room, $42.50. Pretty, or $17 and a nice watch, based on what you have. Very cheap. The waiting for payphones. Something you don't see. You don't see that shit anymore. I also love the line when the other guy on the other side of the road is telling him they're going the wrong. It's like where he goes, they said we're going the wrong way. He goes, he's drunk. How does he know where we're going? And Neil's like, that's a good point. How does he know where we're going? It's fucking funny.
Here's a funny part when they're caught and they don't have a ride, and Del calls in a favor, and the hillbilly comes.
Yes, Owen with his whole family.
With the whole family is spitting up everything through his nostril, and then he calls his wife out to pick up the luggage, and they're like, "Oh no, we got this." And he goes, "She's short and skinny, but she's strong."
But she's strong. She goes, "One of the babies came out sideways.
Babies came
she
out
didn't say a
sideways.
word."
And she comes all out like ready to pick that shit up.
Yeah. And she gets it. Another great scene when they get on the bus, which is like, that is the worst way to travel still in this country.
Worst.
The fucking bus. You're going to run into the most colorful characters. It's great for people watching. But when Neil tries to start a sing-along and it's some obscure song, 3 coins in a fight, he's like, what? Nobody knows this word? And then Del saves him by going, Flintstones, feed the Flintstones. The whole bus starts singing. It shows you perfectly their 2 characters.
I think what also helps besides the acting in the movie and the funny scenes is, I think you mentioned this earlier, Imran, or you might have hinted at this. There's scenes throughout the movie where you're like, if I was in this situation, I completely understand what they're going through and how much this sucks.
Yep. I would flip out too, probably. Or
like everyone's had a flight where it's gotten delayed or canceled, and you're like, fuck.
I get there.
How am I gonna get home?
Yeah.
Right. So like that's one of like the travel nightmares, right? Is like, I have to get home.
Yes.
The plane's been canceled or it's been diverted or whatever it is. It's circling in the air. How am I to fucking get home? So that already sucks. And then you're partnered with someone that you fucking hate.
Yes, on this journey. So actually, John Hughes loosely based this on a real thing that happened to him. He says, quote, "This movie is based on an incident that actually happened to me when I was an advertising copywriter. I set out from New York to Chicago on Thanksgiving weekend, and after a 5-day delay, ended up in Phoenix, Arizona via Wichita, Kansas." So he took all of that and made this amazing yarn. Some other fun things they do in Chicago with different locations. At the end, they get pulled over with Michael McKean. That's also pretty funny scene where he's like, "You think this car is road safe?" He's like, "Yeah, I think it's fine." Del gets a semi truck and they're in the back of a cheese truck. That's very Home Alone. Another little Home Alone bit. And they make it finally to the LaSalle Van Buren Blue Line L stop.
I do remember. I do know that stop.
Yeah, that stop is still there. It looks very similar, still the same to this day.
I was going to say that looks exactly the same.
Yeah, which is great. And they have to part.
The train looks the same.
The train does look the same too. They haven't done a lot of advancements. But they finally part, and Neil is relieved at first. And then I love this moment where he's just thinking about his family. And he's thinking about all the wacky shit that he just went through. And then he starts to connect when Del said, "I haven't been home in years," that possibly Del doesn't have anyone to go to, and goes all the way back. And then when he goes into the train station, That's like a fucking Metro suburban train station that would not be where the LaSalle, Van Buren,
Right.
else that. That's the first. But it's real sweet, and he confronts him, and Del confesses Marie has been dead for 8 years when the whole time he's been talking about her like she's alive, and that he doesn't have a home. And then the next shot is just heartwarming. Is Neil and Del carrying the trunk on the suburban street. He's invited him home. And you're just like, oh.
Where do you think Del was going?
He was going to sit there until he bumped into someone else he could fucking mooch off of or get a, I don't know. He was.
No, I'm saying, like, where do you think he was going from the get-go, from the beginning of the movie? Where is he?
He was.
Is he just going to Chicago to go there?
He was
like,
trying to get to Chicago for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only thing that I have a question about.
Maybe there was a shower ring curtain convention. Something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like he just travels just to pass the time. And
what I also think in that scene when Neil is thinking back, he's also thinking back to how, like, this whole time I was just focused on getting home.
Yeah.
And like thinking back on this actually was kind of a lot of fun. Like this whole thing, this like he was so not living in the moment that when he thinks about it, he's like, oh wait, like I actually had a good time with this guy.
All those shots of Steve Martin were like like he didn't know they were filming, and he was just I don't know what he was reacting to, but they made it work and used.
Did you guys hear about the original cut of this movie?
Yes, it was apparently over 4 hours long.
3 hours and 45 minutes.
So we just talked about Nolan shooting 2 million feet of film. He shot 600,000 feet of film.
Here, I'll do some of the subplots.
Yes, there's a lot of stuff that got cut out.
Are you aware of these, Rugs?
No.
Okay. So one subplot is Neil's wife.
Yeah.
Thinking that he's not coming home because he's with another woman.
Right. Which is why
at the end when she sees him, she's relieved.
She's relieved to see Del there.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So then the next one is the dude that robs them.
Yes.
Is the pizza delivery man who dropped a beer in the hallway. And that's what causes when Neil tries to open the can that it bursts.
Which, okay, so this whole thing was crazy because we don't see that. He just mentions that the bed, it was soaking in beer.
Right.
And he says it's because of the vibrating, he had cans left on the vibrating bed. But then when teenagers break into his room to randomly to just rob them, I was like, how many bad fucking things can happen to these people?
It's not random.
It wasn't
They
random.
robbed him because they came back to rob him because, Del didn't give him a tip.
Yeah. So that,
and then the last one
sense.
here
is
there's a whole subplot that Del actually drives past Chicago and they go into Wisconsin.
Yes, when the trooper pulls them over, he tells them you overshot Chicago by like 100 miles.
And if you look close, I didn't notice this. The trooper is wearing a Wisconsin patch.
There's another thing where when Del shows up with the semi truck towards the end, he has a black eye. And it's never brought up, but it's because Del said the driver doesn't let people ride up front with him. And there was a deleted scene in which the driver punched Del in the face. That's why he had a black eye.
I mean, those all seem funny, but also the movie.
How's that happen to another hour, almost 2 hours?
Oh, and originally it was written that Del was going to follow Neil all the way to his house. So this is where I found out the shots of Neil on the train remembering his journey with Del was unscripted footage of Steve Martin, who had no idea. So instead of Neil going back to get Del was just going to follow him like a fucking stalker. That don't make no sense. Also, there's a post-credit scene that I did not know this movie had.
Yeah, I don't know, Rugs, to your point. I don't know how that still gets it to almost 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't seem
probably
like
a lot more stuff. I would love.
Seems like 15 minutes more worth of footage.
So they put out a Blu-ray in the 2000s, and there's like 75 minutes of deleted scenes on that fucking Blu-ray. But the post-credit scene, which I didn't even watch, is
there's a post-credit scene.
Yeah, apparently there is. So this was like something he pulled over from Ferris Bueller, where he gave you like our first post-credit scene. And I'd never seen it, and I looked it up. It's there. It's simply the advertising guy in the beginning of the movie is still looking at his designs and trying to pick which one. His boss, Neil's boss, he took forever. Where he's just like, that is also real funny in the beginning where he's about to say something and doesn't. And he's just like, we're going to have to think about this over the holiday. And he starts to open his mouth and says nothing. Lots of funny stuff. Originally, John Hughes wanted Tom Hanks as Neil and John Travolta as Del.
Oh, my God.
In 87, I don't know. I don't know what Travolta was doing.
Wait. Don't gloss over that.
Yeah.
Rugs, what do you think of that?
Horrible.
Travolta as Dell.
Travolta's Dell. Tom Hanks
Neil.
as Neil. Yeah.
I could see Tom Hanks as Neil.
Yeah, that I could see, but no one could be. That's John Candy's role right there.
Yeah.
So the other pairing that they kind of wanted, Rick Moranis for Neil, John Goodman as Dell. Goodman might have worked as Dell.
Still, I think
Martin
Candy's the way to go.
I think Martin.
Yeah, Goodman like has the. I think Candy it's like Candy's like he's got that kind of boyish innocence.
Yeah, he's so relatable and charming, and he has this presence that you just love him instantly, whatever he's playing on screen. Like,
right. Whereas
you know?
Goodman was more a little rougher around the edges.
John Goodman.
I can see maybe John Belushi.
Yeah, might have been good. You could if Chris Farley, if they did a remake.
I was
going
going
to
to say Farley.
You could do Farley, but really, Martin and Candy are just fantastic. I
can see this as like a Jack Black role.
Oh God,
That's what I was thinking too. Jack Black.
Here, okay, that leads to the next question. Could you make this movie today? And if you did, you got to change a lot of shit. You could still have trouble traveling and have an annoying person. But with cell phones and Ubers and all this shit, like none of this shit would have happened. Finding a hotel room, all this shit's very easy now.
Wasn't there a movie with Jack Black and Robert Downey Jr. where they had to drive in a car all cross country with a baby or something?
Oh, no.
That was kind of a little reminiscent of that, like the dynamic of they hate each other, but they have to be on this road trip.
What was that?
Well, that's funny you say that because the first person I thought of that would play Neil, literally the first person I went was Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, man. Robert Downey Jr. as Neil.
As Neil, as a straight man.
And like
super annoyed.
Yes. And then who is the lovable, annoying Dell in today? You could do Jack Black. Downey Jr., Jack Black.
I would say Jack Black is the easy one.
So I feel like Jack Black, but I feel like we might be past Jack Black. I
mean, the kids love him now.
Do they?
Because of the Minecraft movie. Fucking kids love Jack Black.
Well, you could get Jonah Hill, but he's not fat anymore.
Oh, they would put. You know what?
Rogen.
They cast Colin Farrell, put him in a fat suit these days. These fuckers. You got.
You could roll out there Zach Galifianakis.
Zach Galifianakis. Okay, yeah. The movie is not with Jack Black. It's Zach Galifianakis
and Downey Jr.
And Robert Downey Jr.
That could work.
It's Due Date with Zach Galifianakis.
Due Date. That's the movie. Due Date. Okay, so there were some attempts.
Or here's a left, kind of like a left field out there.
Yeah.
But you have this guy play the straight man that normally doesn't do the straight man.
Yeah.
Sacha Baron Cohen is a straight man.
As Neil.
And then Zach Galifianakis.
And Galifianakis as Del Griffith. And that would be good.
Because you got to mimic what they did, where they had the guy that usually is the goofball playing
the straight guy. Yeah. You'd have to somehow like sabotage their phones or have them lose their phones. Otherwise, the fucking movie doesn't work. All the comedy is taken out of the movie.
Well, there is the phones is one thing, but there are situations where you can still get shitty travel like that.
Yes. So that still like very much rings true. Like just the whole traveling over the holidays still holds up. So according to Wikipedia, a couple of attempts at remakes in August of 2020. Remake was reported to be in development with Will Smith and Kevin Hart.
Okay,
that might work. Kevin Hart's hilarious.
Kevin Hart is
I think he would be Dell probably, and Will would be the straight. In February 2023, Hart confirmed that the writing was already underway, and then December 2022, it was announced Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler would be starring in a different reboot of the film. That I don't know.
I'm tired of them. They've done too many movies.
They've done a lot of movies. Will Smith, Kevin Hart, maybe they're just the right age now to do this in a modern version. But
wasn't Will Smith like banned from Hollywood? Is he still around?
Oh no, he's back and did the Bad Boys. That did well.
Oh, that's right.
He did Bad Boys. He's back in a good grace. He just slapped the dude. It's fun on TV. I mean, he was talking shit about his wife. I can relate. That's all. It's not like you fucking.
Which part can you relate to? The slapping or being slapped?
Both actually. More the being slapped, probably in public humiliation. I could definitely relate.
You just casually throw out there. I can relate.
Wife's name out your mouth.
My dog's name. Somebody talk shit about my dog.
Where can you relate to that moment in time?
Being slapped in public is probably how I can relate. More Chris Rock side of things.
Okay.
Any other funny parts? We'll rate it.
I mean, the whole movie's fucking funny.
I think it's well paced, and the journey is great, and you learn.
Yeah, I had a good time when we were watching it.
You learn to love both of these characters, and
there's something about a John Hughes. There's something about the '80s. There's something about a John Hughes movie where you just combine all that together, and you're like, this shouldn't work, but it works.
It's John Hughes, man. He just has that touch.
What is it about John Hughes, real quick? Like, what is his magic that he can always pull these off with different age groups, different situations? Like he always either writing or directing or producing. Like his movies always seem to have some magic to them for the most part.
I mean, I feel part of it is like he's just a student of showing the human condition and really reading people and understanding people and putting that emotion and heart and vulnerability into the shit. And he's funny. But I think also it was the time. It was the 80s. It was all the teen movies he did that he just had this vibe that worked.
I think that what he does, see, like if you take line by line what he's doing, it seems by the book, right? It seems like but it's the situations that they're put in that add so much context. So for example, we talk about Ferris Bueller's Day Off, like that whole thing with Cameron and his father and the problems that are there. That's a really deep thing. That's kind of anchors the movie. And he kind of does that with every movie. He kind of anchors it in some kind of melancholy.
Emotion.
Yeah. So, but it's funny. He makes light of it, but he's still hitting on that thing. He's still hitting on the loneliness or like, you know, in every movie, there's like, even at Breakfast Club, it's like they're all these disconnected kids, but they're all going through the same thing. And you could feel that by the end of the movie, they have a real understanding of each other.
Yeah, you feel their performances.
They get stoned together. They have an experience. So they stick up for each other. So it's like these things kind of happen, and they're organic in how they happen.
Yeah, it's good writing. It's just, I mean, it comes.
I don't know if it's like I don't know. Let me take that back. I don't know if it's organic, but it feels organic. Yeah. It may not be organic if you analyze it, but it feels in the moment or to be organic.
Like what Anthony was saying, like there's reasons for things and threads that have consequences later, and it all kind of makes sense, right? It all kind of fits. It's very consistent. But then, each movie is anchored in this emotional moment that tugs at your heartstrings. But it could be crazy and wacky and fun, but there's always that deep moment. What do you think?
No, I agree. I agree with you guys. I think the thing I noticed the most in this is just how he weaves a thread throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Whereas it's, like I mentioned earlier, it's not just something happens randomly, or as Ruggs likes to say sometimes when we criticize the movie, it doesn't just happen because he wrote it that way.
Right.
He weaved this thing throughout the movie, all these shitty things that happen that build upon each other, where then you get to a point where we're like, this is a fucking mess.
Yes.
Like this whole thing is a mess that like could have been avoided, but there's all these different things that happen that these characters do that they overlook or whatever that cause like a chain reaction of events. So I think that's just really clever writing, on top of the fact that he anchors these movies in like, you know, the real human condition and like sadness or loneliness or whatever theme he's trying to convey in this in each movie that he's working on.
I mean, the last bit of Ferris Bueller where he's racing home against his parents and his sister is such a great climax to that movie. And it's so satisfying. It's so exciting. It's so well done. And to see John Hughes like have a movie where there's no teens. There's like none of the teen angst that he's known for. And he still fucking nails it. And, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Anthony, give me a score. And
8 out of 10.
Oh, okay.
8 out of 10. I really enjoy this film. I have a question at the end, but I'll hear your scores out first.
You want to rank it against other John Hughes movies? I don't know. They're all kind of...
Well, no, that's what I was going to ask.
Okay.
And you have to, is we're not going to rank it. We're going to rank it against the movies he's directed.
Okay.
So
okay. So this,
I'll list those off after you're done giving your score. Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. Ruggs.
A recommend for me is a 7. A strong recommend 7.5. A classic is an 8, and that's where it sits at an 8. So
boom.
I fucking Man, I'll give it a 9. I fucking love this movie.
I fucking loved it.
It's utter.
No, that's me. I loved it.
It's utterly
Wait, who said that?
rewatchable. Somebody.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's really good.
let's go. What the fuck? No, last time I think we did Weird Science and we talked about.
Yeah.
I asked you guys of anything he's ever done. What do you like the most? And we answered.
Yeah.
But instead, let's do this. He's only directed a handful of movies that he's actually been involved with.
Yes.
So the movies he's directed are 16 Candles, Breakfast Club, Weird Science, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the one we're talking about right now, She's Having a Baby, Uncle Buck, and then Curly Sue in 1991.
I believe all the movies he directed, he wrote. So he's never, I don't think he's
Correct.
directed a movie, didn't wrote. But then he also, wrote a bunch. So out of
wrote
those,
and produced a bunch. But so out of those, which one do you like the best?
You know,
I haven't seen all of those.
It's interesting that I could see the Home Alone influence in this, and then he later
Home Alone's not. He didn't direct Home
I know,
Alone.
but like this is 87. In 89, he does Uncle Buck with John Candy meeting Macaulay Culkin, and like those two movies combined, eventually I feel like become Home Alone, kind of. But so fuck, dude, Breakfast Club, Ferris Bueller is a very, very strong. I would think. His best for me would be Ferris Bueller's and Breakfast Club out of the ones he's directed.
Pick one.
I'm gonna go Ferris Bueller then. I think that's his fucking.
That's his
Magnus
masterpiece.
opus. Yes, Magnus whatever.
Magnum opus.
Magnum opus. Magnum condom. That's his Magnum condoms. Ribbed for her pleasure. Is Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
If you turn it inside out, it's for your pleasure.
Oh, we can do both.
Ruggs, what do you think?
Oh, his best.
His best directing.
I don't know about best directing, but his most memorable, like classic film is Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Ferris Bueller, okay.
It is a unique film that started a trend of these types of films, like Parker Lewis Can't Lose, and all these other things that have copied it.
Teen comedies,
Zach Morris, all these guys that always land on their feet. And he was the first. Like, we've seen teen movies before, but this was something different. He breaks the fourth wall. He talks to the camera. It's just like he's doing shit that no one was really doing.
And he's not like tall and handsome. He's just an average kid, but he was the coolest kid that everybody wanted to be fucking Ferris Bueller.
Yeah, and he just invented that.
Yeah.
Like he just wrote it. Okay, this is the coolest
This
kid.
is the coolest kid ever, teenager.
And you believe it.
Yep.
And you believe it because he did it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that one, he wields a lot of power with that movie. I also think The Breakfast Club is a great movie. And I think this one comes in that
Planes,
third.
Trains is, definitely. I would put it third. It's up there.
Third? Okay.
Yeah.
I got to revisit Ferris Bueller's. I watched it initially during COVID, and I was like, this is all right.
Oh,
but
really?
I had the same reaction to Breakfast Club, and when I rewatched it for us, I was like, oh, this is a lot better than I remember.
Yeah. I mean, Ferris Bueller's got just.
I love
the next
that movie.
The next one I really want to watch is Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck's pretty.
Uncle Buck's great.
It's really funny. Another great John Candy fucking role.
That's another one where you fall in love with him, kind of like you just want him to be your Uncle Buck.
Fucking Macaulay Culkin is like 6 years old or whatever, and he's and so good. So, great timing, so adorable, so funny.
Uncle Buck, and he didn't direct this one. Or no, he did direct this one. I also want to watch 16 Candles.
16 Candles is pretty good too. It's
it's good.
Yeah.
It's solid. I think the worst one here is She's Having a Baby.
Or Curly Sue is not great. It has
She's Having a Baby.
James Belushi.
Kevin Bacon.
She's having
Elizabeth
yes.
McGovern.
Yeah, that's it. That one's all right. There's a lot of people in that one.
Alec Baldwin. Well,
but he wrote a lot of movies. I think
yes.
He wrote most of these.
Yeah, he wrote so many movies.
He wrote the Beethovens, the Home Alones,
The National Lampoons.
National Lampoons, Flubber, Dutch, Career Opportunities. He wrote
Pretty in Pink.
Yeah.
Miracle on 34th Street.
Some Kind of Wonderful. He wrote a lot of shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of teen movies that he wrote.
Yeah.
But
this guy was working.
Mr. Mom, he wrote. Fuck. Wow. But he comes.
Mr. Mom. Which one was that?
Dude, Michael Keaton.
Keaton
is great.
Yeah,
great
that's
movie.
right. I have seen.
You want
Mr.
a great
Mom.
Michael Keaton 80s double feature? It's Mr. Mom followed by Gung Ho. They're both fucking great movies. I love
Gung Ho.
Gung Ho.
I've never
is
even
great.
heard of that
Yes.
movie.
Yeah, he goes to Japan and he takes over the car
factory,
place.
and then he brings all the Japanese to America, and it's part of, it's a car in a car factory. It's really good. Mr. Mom is great too. Yeah,
I haven't seen Mr. Mom in a while.
Yeah.
These are the type of movies, though. They definitely don't make a lot of these type of movies.
No, they don't.
They don't make anything.
They don't make anything. They just make sequels and reboots and fucking remakes. All right. Good stuff, gang. Let's finish up with some What Are We Watching? Anthony, you posted a couple things to the Patreon. What do we got?
What did I post? Let's see. I forget now.
Hamnet.
I've seen Hamnet and Train Dreams.
Hamnet and Train Dreams.
These are more Anthony Polanski type movies. For new listeners, they're going to be so confused when I say that every time. These are movies that were... Yeah, these are movies that potentially could get nominated for Best Picture or some numerous other awards. Hamnet I saw in the theater the Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Chloe Zhao, Jesse Buckley, Paul Mescal. It's basically the story of... It's a fictional story of Shakespeare's son, Hamnet, who dies and inspires the play Hamlet. Is that real? Did that happen?
It's not real. It's based off a book. Then it's like a fictionalization of what happened to his son and why Hamlet was created.
Okay.
It's a good movie. I mean, it's a sad fucking movie. But it's good. I mean, you got to. It's the type of movie you got to watch, and you got to go in with the right mood. You're not just turning that shit on.
Yeah.
You got to be ready to go. Like, this is a fucking sad drama that like ends in a nice, sweet way, but like there's no joy to be had.
Where would you put this in the Chloe Zhao movies? Which is there are only two other ones. Nomadland.
There's 3 others.
And Eternals, and what's the other one?
I mean, to be honest, Hamnet's a better movie than Eternals, but I would watch Eternals all day over Hamnet.
Well, sure.
I mean, Hamnet's much better film.
Yeah.
But
sad.
It's not it's Hamnet and those are movies you don't watch those unless you just love movies. You don't watch those more than once.
You watch those just to feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You want to feel something.
But sometimes I like watching movies that make me feel sad. There's
it's one of those that's like it's like really trying to make you cry.
Yeah.
And then it ends in a way that's like also trying to make you cry, but also like kind of like, oh, that's nice. Like there are people, I was not crying because I knew what I was walking into, but I had fucking men next to me like,
no.
Oh, you got to sit next to the guy that I sat
he
next
stood
to.
up over there. How the fuck did that
there were people. There was some very sweaty eyes in that theater.
There's some sniffles.
I was like, all right.
They're gonna get all the Oscar nominations, probably. Chloe, Jesse,
I mean, I think
Paul.
if you're following this stuff, it's probably like the runner up. I would say
Best Picture.
So one battle after another, but who knows?
Okay.
And then the other one I watch is Train Dreams. That's on Netflix.
Yeah.
This is with Joel Edgerton and Felicity Jones and William H. Macy. Another one of these type of movies where you can't really recommend this movie to everybody. It's like following this dude's life in like the early 20th century as like things are changing around him and he's a logger. Very good movie. Very beautifully shot. But another one where you watch that and you got to be in the right mood because also kind of sad.
Yeah.
And slow, even though it's an hour 40, it's like a very slow and takes its time and just like a slice of life type of movie.
I watched this.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I did like it though. I actually have it in my top 10 for the year because I think it's really good, but it's not a movie I can be like, hey, throw this one on. And most people are like, get the fuck out of here. It's like they throw that on for 20 minutes and be like, this is the worst thing ever. This is so fucking boring. I'm not watching this anymore.
What do you
think of it? Did you watch it?
I watched it and I kind of liked it. I dug it. I liked it because I listened to your Patreon, so I knew what I was getting into. So I was ready for that. But it's beautifully shot, amazing character study. They set up him and his family, and you just have this feeling something bad's gonna fucking happen. So it's a little predictable, but yeah, this guy, you're just watching this guy's life as a logger, as like chainsaws come into being.
As the world changes around him.
As train tracks.
He's looking for his figuring out what his purpose is in life.
Yeah, by the end he works for the rails, putting in rails and train tracks, and trains cars show up and people don't need train tracks, so he's kind of out of a job, but just thinking about different parts of your life, and like he has multiple lifetimes in this, like he had a family life and then after. But very thoughtful, and it makes you think about your life and just life in general. Like
it does. It's one of those movies where if you get into it,
it's great.
If you're able to get into the rhythm of the movie, then you'll like it. and then it'll make you think about shit afterwards.
Yeah.
But it's again, it's not for everyone. If this movie got into Best Picture, I'd be like, oh, this is great. Like that's awesome.
Beautiful
I don't know if it
shots
will, but it has a chance.
of the Pacific Northwest. I assume in the forest, and just the lighting, cinematography, the acting is great. No, I really liked it. It is I'd say I'd recommend it as like a drama. It's a drama.
It's a drama.
It's a drama.
Both of these movies are fucking dramas with a capital D. So,
but like the stuff that haunts him his whole life, I thought was interesting, and what he thinks about as he gets older. It's very good.
Yeah, and I thought the ending was pretty good too.
Yeah, the ending is very poignant and beautiful.
And I even liked in most movies, I think it's pretty lazy when they have a narrator, but I like the narrator.
It wasn't him. It was just some narrator.
Well, no, it was William Patton.
Oh, talking about Grenier, telling us his story. I guess this is also based on that. Okay, Ruggs, what did you watch? I was planning on talking about the biggest thing out that everybody's talking about right now, Stranger Things season 5, volume 1.
I did not get to watch it yet.
You son of a bitch! Oh shit!
Yeah.
All right, well,
I blew it.
Watch it. We can discuss.
I watched Tulsa King instead.
I will say, spoiler free. It's fun. I dug it. It moves. Stuff's happening. The production is bigger. You could tell some of the shit looks better. There's some shaky green screen. The kids are so fucking tall and lanky though that it's just. I mean, some of these kids are in their early 30s. Late 20s playing high school kids, and they're just so...
It's a fail, yeah.
It took them so long. Like, 11 is so tall. Like, they're all just tall and lanky and awkward. So it picks up like a year or two afterwards, but even that can't explain the... So they got to introduce, like, new kids, which is kind of part of what's happening, because they're all fucking grown up. But some interesting reveals with the Vecna and some of the characters, and the episode 5 has a great, like... one-take action scene with Demogorgon. It was good. I'm just glad it's going to be over. So I've watched all of them. And this thing should have ended fucking 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It took us 10 years to make fucking 50 episodes. Get the fuck out of here. It's embarrassing. I want to see how it ends, if they can bring it back around full circle with some of the storylines, which they're kind of doing. So it's okay. It's fun. It's fine.
I can't wait to watch it. I'm really psyched to get it going.
How about Pluribus? You caught up?
I'm all caught up on Pluribus, I believe.
What do you think of that?
Spoiler alert. It's interesting. I'm waiting to see what happens. I don't know if I like where it's going, but like we'll see where the fact that the hive mind is now petty.
Dude, the funniest thing in the last episode is that Carol is so high maintenance, the fucking aliens are like, you know what? We need some space, Carol. It's not you.
Well, no, she's trying to bring them down, and she's going to lengths to try and
she
fuck with them.
Almost got a secret out of one of them, so I think they're nervous. But I just the recording she has to listen to, the drones, the wolves. It's comical. So there was some good humor in the last couple of episodes.
It's fun. If I was her, the first thing I would do is I would go to the White House, and start like looking up all kinds of shit, all the classified
secrets.
stuff.
I want you to show me all the UFO
anything
papers
that we can use to do that.
Oh shit, that's a good idea, dude. If I was her, there's so many things you could be doing that she is not doing. It kind of frustrates me that she's so like against this thing that she won't even.
Well, she has to play it. She does not. She's being way too confrontational.
Yeah. Yes.
She doesn't understand that she can get more if she kind of plays ball a little bit.
Yeah. It's a good show.
So she fucked up.
It's a good show.
Yeah,
More questions.
I do like it.
More questions than answers still.
We'll see if it gets anywhere.
Yeah, I don't know where all this is.
The premise is interesting. Let's see what happens. But I think that they're going to drag out this dude that's in wherever he is.
Yeah, that was great seeing him on the other side of the conversation eating dog food.
Yeah, we're going to see where that leads, if they're going to ever meet up and how that goes. But I think, it's worth watching. Check it. It's like another show like Severance that I can.
It really is. It's a puzzle box show like Lost or a Severance. That you're like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but it's very entertaining.
But it's fun to talk about.
Yes, absolutely. Like every episode, you just want to discuss with somebody. Like, what the fuck do you think this means? What would you do? I want to mention this doc on HBO Max I watched. It was a sports doc, Anthony.
Oh yeah, which one?
Regarding one Chicago Bears football team, who I believe they're doing really well right now. Isn't that the big story?
Was this about the 85 Bears?
It's called The Shuffle. Yes. Another time when the Bears were really good. It's like a quick 40-minute documentary about the making of the Super Bowl Shuffle song. And let me tell you, this again brought me back to my fucking childhood. I was like 8, 9 years old. I remember all of this. I memorized the fucking lines. People at school were like singing it. It was on the radio. The video was on TV all the fucking time, right? But watching this now, I didn't follow football. I remember watching the Super Bowl. Like 86 was the order. Challenger explodes, Super Bowl Shuffle comes out, Bears win the Super Bowl.
Well, did you know? Well, obviously you know.
When does the Land of the Thousand Dances in WWF come out?
Oh, I didn't watch that. When was that? Was that in the 80s? What are you talking about?
I don't know what he just said.
Look it up. Land of a Thousand Dances, WWF.
The Land of a Thousand Dances.
Because you know, like the Super Bowl Shuffle was like they put out a song with the football team.
Song by the wrestlers.
That's funny.
It was like every WWF person in a song.
It was a
85. That's an 85.
That was it was a year earlier.
So what's that doc? I know you watched it, but they recorded the Super Bowl Shuffle before they'd even won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, so that was crazy. Look, I didn't realize, first of all, it was an ad exec who wanted to make this song, and he also had connections like NBC Radio, and he put all the money up for this. This is what I didn't realize. At the point, they were like 12-0.
Right.
And then the balls this team has to record a song saying, we're going to go to the Super Bowl, called the Super Bowl Shuffle. It didn't hit me until just watching this doc. I was like, holy shit, why would you fucking do that? Then I did not realize the day before they had to shoot the video, they were handed their first loss of the season.
Yeah, to the Dolphins.
Yes. Yeah. And the next day they go to the video shoot and they're like, what the fuck are we doing? They're like, if we do this, we have to go all the way and have to fucking win the thing.
Right.
It was so bad that Jim McMahon, Walter Payton didn't show up.
Yeah, they recorded their part after.
The guy had to go and convince them. They come back the next day, record in front of green screens. So when you watch the video,
you can totally tell.
Yes, yeah. McMahon and Payton are just superimposed over the background dancers. But Mike Singletary got everybody to learn the moves. And those guys were like, yeah, we lost the game, but we committed to this. But like, nobody would do that now. The balls to record a song.
You would never do
the
that.
fucking Super Bowl Shuffle, you're jinxing it. I was like, wow, it never occurred to me.
No, you would never. They would. That's once in a lifetime. For what it's worth, that team is considered like one of the best teams ever. Yeah, if not one of the best teams ever.
I did not follow football, but as like a 9-year-old, I remember all of them. They were like superheroes. Mike Singletary, The Fridge, Jim McMahon, all of them were everywhere. They were on commercials.
Those guys, even to this day, you mention anywhere if around in Chicago, the 85 Bears, and people just like fawn over those guys.
And then the fact that they go and win the fucking Super Bowl, like imagine they don't. Like that would have been a disaster. But wow, what a crazy story. That was a great documentary. It's real short, and it brought back a ton of memories. Ruggs, have you watched It Welcome to Derry at all yet?
No.
It's really good. It's good.
The disdain on his no on that one. Nah, fuck off.
It's got Stranger Things vibes, and I'm digging the story. They're kind of explaining like where Pennywise came from and shit, even though you probably shouldn't explain it because it's going to make them less scary, but it's not bad. It's not bad. It's fun.
No, I've heard good things about it, just not on my radar to watch.
Yeah, they got 6 episodes out now. And then I started watching Euphoria.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How many seasons is Euphoria?
It's only 2, and they're going to make a 3rd season. And people,
if Zendaya and Sydney Sweeney can get along,
I believe season 3 is in production.
Yeah.
And I've had a lot of people tell me about this show, and I was like, oh, season 3 is coming. Let me fucking catch up. So I watched like the first 3 or 4 episodes, and it's fucking wild. It's really good.
Is it good?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Zendaya is amazing. Jacob Elordi is in this, and he's playing like a high school kid, but he looks like he's fucking 30, which is hilarious. Sydney Sweeney is in this. She's very good.
Is she?
She's not bad.
Is she just showing your boobs and then?
Oh yeah, first episode I think. Second episode, you see her. Yeah, you see both of them like second episode.
Both of them. Oh wow.
Yeah, and then Zendaya is just like doing drugs. She's amazing in this. So far I'm hooked. I'm like, but the fact that these are high school kids like 7 years ago, I don't know if this is based on reality, but it's fucking wild. If this is what high school kids are doing.
Have you seen the show, Ruggs?
No.
I feel like this show gets talked about a lot every time it's on.
Yeah.
No, it is something that a lot of people do talk about. I hear a lot of chatter about it, but I just didn't want to watch it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not doing drugs anymore. And all that fun
or
stuff.
are you in high school?
Right. Or if
sure,
if you have a high school age kid, maybe you should watch this, because if any of this shit is happening like the way they show it, you need to be on top of this shit.
No, I don't want to know.
I think the kids are, whatever is happening in that show, I think the kids are doing that shit.
That's fucking crazy.
I haven't even seen the show, and I'm like, the kids are probably doing
This
that
one girl's like starting an OnlyFans thing because there's like videos and nudes get out and drugs and fucking
So it's
parties.
just about these high school kids, right?
Yeah. It's just about these group of high school kids going through life. So season 3 scheduled to premiere spring of 2026. It says the upcoming season will feature a time jump, so they won't be in high school anymore, and it's going to be the final season. And returning Zendaya, Hunter Schafer, Jacob Elordi, and Sydney Sweeney, joined by Danielle Detweiler, Natasha Lyonne, and Trisha Paytas. This is another one like White Lotus that everyone said you got to keep watching. You got to watch this, and it had a new season, so I caught up on that. Great show. This is another one that I've been trying to catch up on for a long time. Very good so far. I heard the second season's not as good, but this first season is fucking wild and very entertaining. But you feel dirty, and you kind of don't want to watch it with other people around because
that's also
it's kind of weird. And I'm like, I feel a little dirty watching this, but whatever. So it makes it fun. Anyways,
maybe by the end you'll buy Sydney Sweeney's bathwater.
Maybe I will get a little bit of that soap with some of her bathwater. She's overexposed, Sydney Sweeney. Go back to doing.
I finished Squid Games.
Oh, the challenge.
Yeah, it was good.
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
Surprised who won there?
Not really.
It was Perla, right? Perla.
Yeah, it was Perla.
Yeah. She played the game well.
Yeah, but she was a whiny bitch.
She was.
Too.
Yeah.
She was taking people out, and then she got mad when people took.
Dude, I'm so glad you brought that up, because that whole Suits and Ladders thing, she targets the guy, and then he targets her, and she's all upset. I was like,
and she like tries to flip it on him.
She's like, that's so rude, bro. I was like, you just sabotaged him. Why wouldn't you?
She was making a big deal out of everything. I want to punch her in the face. I didn't want her to win.
It was so annoying, and I can't believe she fucking won, because I was with the guy. I was like, what the fuck? You just did the same thing to him. You can't do the same thing back. It's a game, motherfucker.
I wanted Trinity to win, but he didn't.
The dude, yeah. The girl who was a cop was very interesting, because she like knew how to read people. But that whole truth game where you put the box on someone's table and they got to figure out, that's fucking hard, man. I don't know how you fucking guess who's.
I thought it was a fun watch. Yeah. I didn't love it, but I thought it was actually entertaining.
Yeah.
And I watched Tulsa King, the new
season 3.
And I fucking it's terrible, but I love it.
I only watched half of the first season.
They got rid of Frank Grillo.
Oh no,
they disappeared him. Maybe he'll come back next season.
He did some shit. He had to go.
They had to bring in the big gun. Samuel L. Jackson comes in.
Yes. On Tulsa King. I might have to jump back into this.
On Tulsa King, man.
I might have to jump back into.
He's dropping the motherfuckers and everything.
Is he still smoking weed with them? That was funny.
I don't know if he's smoking weed, but
Stallone.
Who's Stallone smoking weed?
Yeah, the character. Wasn't he smoking weed with them in the show?
Yeah, I guess. But I watched this season. I enjoyed it. Robert Patrick is the bad guy in this one. Man.
All right, he went from Peacemaker to Tulsa King.
Yeah, they need like a fucked up white dude.
You go to Robert Patrick.
You just go to him. He does a great job with that.
All right, gang, that's it for this week. I don't know what's coming out next week. There's no really big release until Avatar, December 19th.
Right.
So it's up in the air. You'll find out when we find out. When you press play next week. Right? In the meantime, Ruggs, where can the people find you online?
Rug Boy Show on X.
Anthony, how many movies are you going to see at the Alamo? Wait, is it over?
No, it's definitely not over. Okay. I'm seeing No Other Choice on Wednesday.
That's the Bong Joon-ho one?
Park Chan-wook.
Park Chan-wook. Oh, I'm really curious about this. I heard it's really good.
And then I might see on Thursday, I got invited. I don't know why I keep getting invited to a Letterboxd early screenings.
Oh, fun.
The Voice of Hin Rajab.
What is that?
Yeah. I think it's like a Middle Eastern movie.
Hin Rajab. Wow.
Yeah. So I might see that Thursday.
Oh, and Marty Supreme's coming out on Christmas, and the early reviews just came out. It's like 96% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That movie's getting very strong buzz.
I think we may have to watch it it's coming out Christmas Day.
Yeah, I'll probably. I'm definitely gonna watch it.
You're probably gonna watch it. I heard it's really good, and that Chalamet is great, and it's a sports movie.
It's a sports movie. It's like I hear it. Even though it's a sports movie, it's very much similar to like Uncut Gems.
Right. It's the other Safdie. Also, we reviewed the one Safdie's movie, Smashing Machine. I think we got to review the other Safdie movie with Kevin O'Leary. This is the craziest thing. Mr. Wonderful from fucking Shark Tank is acting now. When did this happen?
Yeah, he's in it.
When I saw that, I was like, what? That's fucking Mr. Wonderful. Be interesting to see if he's any good. All right. In the meantime, listener, check out our website, jockandnerd.com, for all the ways to support and connect. Share this show. It's the best thing you can do. Post it on your socials. Send it to a friend. Thank you for listening to the Jock and Nerd Podcast. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
He's a nerd.
We'll peep you next time.
You play with your balls a lot. Ah, yes. I see that you know your judo well. My balls are hot.
Jock and Nerd.